Masturbation, it might sound sensitive, but let's be honest, everyone has done it.
And you know what?
In fact, it's one of the healthiest things you can do for your sex life. But what if I told you that you might be doing it the wrong way? That there are three seemingly harmless habits silently making you weaker in the bedroom. Would you believe that? Stick around, because just a few minutes from now, you'll know exactly which mistakes you're making and, more importantly, how to fix them. First, let's make one thing clear. Masturbation is not a bad thing. On the contrary, when done correctly, it helps reduce stress, improve sleep, boost your mood, and even contributes to a healthier prostate. It doesn't replace sex, rather, it complements it. It helps you understand your body better and enhances your experience with a partner. But just like going to the gym, if you train with bad form, you end up hurting yourself. And that's exactly what's happening to many men, without them even realizing it. But most importantly, and this is the key to everything we're talking about today, masturbation is a form of training. Your brain is a powerful learning machine. Through a process called neuroplasticity, it creates and strengthens pathways based on repeated actions. Every time you masturbate, you are quite literally teaching your brain and your body how to respond sexually. You are conditioning your reflexes, your stimuli triggers, and your endurance. Think of it like going to the gym. If you train with proper form, you build strength and prevent injury. But if you train with the wrong posture, you create bad habits that eventually lead to weakness and serious problems. When it comes to your sexual health, doing it right means building confidence, stamina, and control. Doing it wrong can leave you with erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation. Today, we will break down the three biggest mistakes men make that rob them of their sexual ability. And more importantly, we will give you simple, easy-to-apply fixes for each mistake. The first and most common mistake is rushing. Imagine you're in a 100-meter sprint. Fast, urgent, with only one goal in mind. Reach the finish line as quickly as possible. That's exactly what many people do every time they masturbate. They rush into it like a race, trying to get it over with as fast as they can. Maybe it's because they're afraid of being interrupted, or simply because they've gotten used to doing it that way. But whatever the reason, this is actually a dangerous habit for your sex life.
Why?
Because every time you rush like that, you are programming your brain and body. You're teaching them that sexual stimulation equals fast reaction, quick finish. And when this is repeated enough times, it becomes an automatic reflex. The result? When you're with a partner and want to last longer, your body still runs on the old training mode. It reacts quickly and ends quickly. This creates a very common vicious cycle. You start to worry about finishing too early, and that worry makes it even worse. It can even lead to erectile dysfunction. One of the biggest psychological causes of losing an erection is the fear of not performing well. And it all starts from what seems like an innocent habit, masturbating too quickly. The good news is, the solution is actually quite simple, though it requires a bit of discipline. You need to switch from sprinting to running a marathon. That means set aside private time where you're not in a rush or under pressure. Make the goal not just to finish, but to explore yourself. Learn to recognize the moment just before ejaculation, and then consciously slow down or pause. When you do this, you're training your body to gain control again, and that's a powerful skill every man should practice. When you practice slowing down and controlling your pleasure, you're teaching your brain, I am the one in control of my body, not reflexes, not instincts. But then, there's a second common mistake that many people make, and it's even more dangerous. Relying on porn. Picture it this way. If your sex life were a diet, porn would be junk food for your brain. It's easy to access, hyperstimulating, and gives you instant satisfaction. But it has no nutritional value, and in the long run, it damages your sexual system. When you masturbate only with porn, you're feeding your brain a concentrated dose of stimulation, images of perfect bodies, unrealistic scenarios, and an endless stream of new faces. Your brain, especially the dopamine system that controls pleasure and motivation, reacts intensely to this kind of stimulation. But what happens when you do it too often? Just like a sugar addict needs more and more sugar to feel satisfied, your brain needs more and more stimulation just to feel aroused. This is called desensitization. And the dangerous part is that when you enter a real-life sexual relationship with someone you love, you might find it's not stimulating enough anymore. Many people experience difficulty getting or keeping an erection, or feeling no excitement at all, even with someone they truly care about. This condition has a name: PIED, porn-induced erectile dysfunction. Imagine comparing a warm, home-cooked meal from your mother to a bucket of fried chicken and a liter of soda. Junk food might satisfy you temporarily, but it's the real meal that nourishes you for the long run. The good news? You can change. The solution starts with a digital detox, and most importantly, reclaiming control through your own imagination. The most powerful sexual organ isn't below your waist. It's the one between your ears, your brain. You have to stop depending on the screen for stimulation and start using your own imagination. Think about past experiences. Create new fantasies. Focus on the physical sensations you're feeling in the moment. At first, this might be difficult because your brain is already used to the junk food version of stimulation. But with practice, you'll retrain your brain to get aroused by your own thoughts and to reconnect authentically with your partner. If you need a stepping stone, consider erotic literature or audio-based podcasts. They engage your imagination without the desensitizing visual overload of porn. Now, let's look at the third mistake, which I jokingly call the death grip. This is when you masturbate the exact same way every single time. Same hand, same grip, same speed, same position, often lying face down on the mattress. The problem here is conditioning. Your penis gradually becomes attached to that very specific type of stimulation, often with a pressure far stronger than anything you'll experience during real sex. The nerve endings around your glands become trained to expect only that 10/10ths intensity. The consequence? When you're with a partner, the feeling inside the vagina or mouth, even if warm and wet, might only register as a 7 or 8 out of 10. Your brain instantly compares it and thinks, this isn't enough. As a result, it becomes harder to get or maintain an erection, and the cycle of can't stay hard, feel anxious, even harder to stay hard repeats. In other words, you've accidentally trained your body to operate at max volume, so when the volume drops just a little, your body loses interest. The good news? We can absolutely break that cycle. We just need to adjust the way you train. And in the next section, I'll show you exactly how to mix up your practice to restore sensitivity and stay hard naturally. The solution is to become an explorer. You need to bring variety into your solo sessions. If you always use your right hand, try switching to your left. Use lubricant to change the sensation and reduce the need for a tight grip. Try masturbating in different positions, sitting, standing, or lying on your back. The goal is to train your body to respond to a wide range of pressure and sensations. This makes the transition to partnered sex smoother, because your body no longer depends on just one repetitive position or habit. Now, making these 3 behavioral changes is incredibly powerful. And for many men, it's enough to completely transform their sex life. But what if the root of the problem runs even deeper than habit? Right now, there are a lot of rumors swirling around. An incredible discovery about a biological switch that can get shut off in men, and no amount of behavioral change alone can fix it. It involves a strange yet simple 7-second natural home remedy. that targets this scientific root cause directly. And no, it's not about pills or dangerous pumps. What I've just shared with you isn't just about avoiding common sexual dysfunctions. The bigger goal is to help you restore your natural, healthy, rock-solid erections, like in your most vigorous years, without relying on pills or artificial support. If you want to learn more about a simple, science-backed solution that takes only 7 seconds a day to reactivate the biological switch inside your body, then take out your phone and scan the QR code on the screen. Or click the link I've pinned in the comments below. Watch it first, then come back here, because I still have one important tip to share with you. But right now, let's recap the full sexual training plan you can start using today to improve your performance and vitality. First, practice patience. Slow down during masturbation. Learn how to control the rhythm, feel the sensations, and stay in command instead of rushing to finish. Mastering pleasure is mastering yourself. Second, reactivate your imagination. Don't let porn control your brain. Rebuild your sensitivity through your own emotions, memories, and fantasies. Your brain is the most powerful sexual organ, if you know how to use it. Third, mix up your technique. Change your position, switch hands, vary the pressure, use lubricant. Train your body to respond to different types of stimulation, so it doesn't rely on just one repetitive method. Remember, masturbation is not the enemy. If used correctly, it's your private training ground, a place to build stamina, control, and confidence. Light bulb, and here's the bonus tip, a small thing that can make a huge difference. Use your solo time to get comfortable with condoms. Many men say they feel less sensation or awkward when wearing a condom. But the truth is, it's not the condom's fault. It's because they never practiced with it beforehand. Try different kinds, sizes, thinness, lubrication, and find the one that fits you best. Once condoms are no longer unfamiliar, you'll feel more confident, more in control during real sex, and you'll eliminate the fear of losing the mood when it's time to use one. This is a crucial part of building a sex life that's healthy, intentional, and strong. Many men feel a loss of sensation or anxiety when putting on a condom. The best way to overcome this is to practice by yourself. Try different brands with varying sizes and types, thin condoms, textured ones, lubricated ones, and find the one that fits you best. By making condoms a familiar part of your solo routine, you'll eliminate the friction and anxiety that often come up during partnered sex. If the advice I shared today felt helpful to you, or even just made you reflect on your own habits, then please support me with a like. It's a small action from you, but it can help this video reach thousands of other men who are also struggling and don't know who to turn to. And if you want to receive more honest, straightforward, science-based advice, focused on men's health, sexuality, and hormones, then hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell right now. Finally, I want to hear from you. Out of the 3 mistakes we discussed today, which one have you experienced the most? Share your thoughts honestly in the comment section below. There's no judgment here. On the contrary, your story might be exactly what someone else out there needs to hear.